What's going on, YouTubers? Mike Focused here with the 2019 Razer Blade Stealth. I just wanted to make this video to give you guys my first impression on it. I've had it for a few days now, and I just want to help some of you decide if this is the right laptop for you. I'm going to go over some pros and cons and give you the reason why I specifically decided to go with this model. I'm going to do a quick overview here. I have the mid-tier model, as you can see on the screen. It is the 1080p matte finish Full HD GeForce MX 150 variant. It is starting at $1599, which is not the cheapest of laptops. But again, I'll go over that later. I just wanted to do a quick overview here. You can see has a decent sized trackpad. Actually, it's one of the nicest trackpads you can get on a PC laptop. We have on this side, it's packing a USB-C port, a USB 3 port, and a headphone jack. You can charge from this side this year, or if you like, you can charge from this side as well. This side on your right, it has the Thunderbolt 3 port, so if you have an external graphics card, yay for you, you'll be able to plug in there. USB 3, another one. Let's see here. And on the front, we have quad speakers, stereo speakers. So there's 2 speakers here and 2 speakers here. And I must say, they're quite nice. I heard people having problems with their specific models, with crackling noises. Fortunate for me, I haven't had that issue. Another thing I've heard people saying they've had problems with is coil whine. I've done some benchmarks, I've put it through its paces, and I haven't had any coil whine problems. So I guess that's lucky for me. Another thing here, we do have a single Chroma RGB keyboard. I do have it set at white right now. I do change it from time to time, but at the moment I do have it just set as white. So this year you do not have the single backlit keyboards, so that's a bummer. But the one plus is that now the function keys are backlit as well, so you will be able to see those in the dark. Now, some of the pros of this model I just wanted to go over are first off is the build quality. This thing is milled from CNC aluminum, meaning it was just one block of aluminum carved into this chassis. So the build quality is second to none, and I feel like in the PC world. I've had many laptops and they've all felt flimsy, but this thing is on par, I guess probably only second to the MacBooks, which I mean I think it goes toe to toe with. The design is just beautiful. Another thing, pro for this model is the MX 150. Now there's a lot of PCs that do have MX 150s, but specifically that makes this one stand out is that it's packing an MX 150 25 watt 4 gigabyte version, where a lot of other models only have the 10 watt 2 gigabyte version. So you are getting a little bit more power, so it's going to be able to play lighter games a lot better, and you will be able to do some light video editing on this bad boy. Another pro is, like I tried to mention earlier, the trackpad. It's one of the best trackpads in the PC laptop world. I mean, it's very precise. I've had no issues. Again, I've heard other people saying they had issues with their trackpad. Again, lucky me, I lucked out and mine's is running perfectly. It's really, really nice and responsive. I guess one of the major pros for this laptop, or this Ultrabook I guess I should call it, is the portability. It's really sleek, really light. I think it's weighing in at 2.9 pounds, which makes it really, really light. So we're getting all this power, 16 gigabytes of RAM, an M.2 SSD, an MX 150 that's beefed up, so you can really do all your productivity needs and have a hint of gaming on the side. Another nice feature that they added this year is this guy right up there, the Windows Hello. I'll give you guys a quick demonstration of it. It's really responsive. I've had no issues with it. I've used it in dark lighting, different angles, and it's logged me in quickly every time. So let's see here. Turn this on. And as you can see how fast that was, it recognized my face, and I'm behind the camera right now. So it's really responsive. And I guess the final pro for me is now that they are offering it in a matte display that's 1080p, because you're getting a lot better battery life. I mean, as you can see here, I mean, if you get the base model, you're getting 13 hours of battery life right there. I have the mid-tier, so I'm getting 11 hours. But if this was to just come in 4K, you'd be only getting 8 hours. And that's best case scenario. In real world usage, you're probably getting a lot less than that. And you're getting that glossy display. I mean, some people like the touchscreen. I, for one, don't find any use for it. I mean, if you have your trackpad and if you hook up an external mouse, what's the need to have a touch screen? I mean, again, some people opinions are different. They may actually like it and find it useful. I don't. I like the matte display. It's not glossy. Right now there's a lot of lighting in this room, so if I had a glossy display, you'd be able to see it and you'd be able to see my reflection, which you can't right now, and I really like that. Makes viewing outside and in bright lighting a lot easier. Now to get into some of the cons of this PC. Like I mentioned earlier, it's not the most budget-friendly laptop out there. There's plenty of other laptops that you can get with similar specs that'll save you a few $100s, especially if you're willing to get, if you do want an MX150, there's other laptops starting at $1,000 that have the MX150. Of course, you're not going to get the beefed up 25 watt variant, but for some people, you might not even need it. Let's see here. I feel like this is probably one of the major cons is the Razer reputation. Their customer service and quality control is not the best. I'll get into their customer service probably in another video, but their quality control, like I mentioned, a lot of people had problems with their laptops. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones and haven't had any issues, but we'll see. Again, I've only had it for a week, so fingers crossed. Another problem or con, I guess, would be that seems to plague all the Razer laptops. This is beautiful anodized black aluminum, but the fingerprints, as you can see here, it is a fingerprint magnet. As you can probably noticed from my Windows Hello demonstration, before I even decided to take this thing out of the plastic, I went and picked up this beautiful D-brand. It's the Black Dragon D-brand skin. I have it on the front here and on the back. So before I even took this thing out of the plastic, I threw on some rubber gloves and made sure I didn't get any fingerprints, at least where I could control not to get them. I guess another con that I would like to go over is, as you can see, the Windows Hello worked again there. The Windows Hello is great, but the webcam is just garbage. It's 720p, looks really fuzzy. It's not the best webcam. I mean, for me, it's not a con. It's because I hardly ever webcam anybody or web chat anybody. So if I really needed it, I would just go and buy an external webcam. But I guess that's something that I wanted to go over. Some people, that might be a deal breaker. Lastly, I guess, like I mentioned earlier, it's not a con for me, but some people might get upset that the Razer Blade Stealth no longer has touchscreen or comes in a higher resolution. For me, I don't see a need for anything higher than 1080p on a 13-inch panel. You're really not going to see those pixels unless you're right up in the screen. That being said, 4K does offer like a crispier image, but you're not going to really notice it. And it's kind of a trade-off. You're losing battery life. not only are you losing battery life, but the scaling on 4K on a panel this small is really bad. The icons and font are just so small that you have to scale it up to at least 250 to even get an image like you would get on a 1080p screen. And then that leads into problems if you want to connect to an external monitor. The scaling doesn't transition over properly, and it's just a headache. So for me, it was a pro to even have an option at 1080p. Now, lastly, I want to get into the reason why I chose the Razer Blade Stealth. This is my first Razer laptop, but I decided to take a gamble despite all the negative comments I've heard, because I also did hear some very good things about this laptop. For me, the MX150 beefed up 25 watt variant was a plus. I wanted something that was portable, where I could do my productivity and get my work done, but then when I was done with work on the side, hop on and do some light gaming. I don't consider myself a heavy gamer, more of a gaming enthusiast, but I do enjoy gaming. I play Battlefield 5, Call of Duty, a lot of first-person shooters, some strategy, open-world games. So I wanted to have open options. I really love the portability, the size of it. Now, if you are a heavy gamer, this may not be the option for you. You probably can get these. You'll be able to get these same for the same price. You'll be able to get the Razer Blade 15 base model. But if you want something smaller like myself, and that you could just throw in your bag, carry it around, and then flip open and play some games on the side, this is definitely your best bet. There's other laptops, like I said, have the MX150. The reason I chose this one, it's not just because the MX150, I mean, the build quality is beautiful, it's great. It's also really good on heat dissipation. It does get a little hot, but when the fans kick in, I mean, I haven't had any problems with throttling. It's been really good. Another thing that swayed me was the external graphics card. I did pick up the Razer Core V2, and I'm going to stick an RX 2080 that I have at home in there. I'll probably make a video for that later on, hopefully in a couple days, giving you guys some benchmarks and demonstrations on how it looks and everything. So for me, I just needed something that was portable, didn't take up a bunch of space. I have a desktop at home, but at the moment it's just taking up so much room. I have a small apartment, I have a child running around, so having all that space taken up just for a desktop just wasn't an option for me anymore. But this was a much better option. I could do all the work I need on the go, and then when I'm home I can just pull out my eGPU, plug it in, play some games. When I'm done, pack it up, put it away, or put it off to the side. So for me, that's why I chose this option. Now, another thing that I want to get into, like I said, it is a bit pricey. There are some options out there for you if you want to get it cheaper. I would not recommend buying this directly through Razer. Their customer service is terrible, but again, I'll make a video for that later. I think Amazon has it for about $20 cheaper. I think it's at $15.88. I'll leave links below. But the best option I found is buying it through Microsoft.com. If you go to Microsoft.com, and there's an option for you to see if you're eligible for student, parent, military discount. There was really no criteria for this discount. I simply just clicked on it, and it said I was eligible. You have to sign up for a Microsoft Live account, obviously, to log in and shop around. But as you can see here, it says, congratulations, you're eligible for a special student discount. So instead of paying $15.99, I got away with paying $14.39. Now after taxes, it did come out to a little over $1,500, but that's a big difference compared to, I believe it was $17.20 something if you get it directly through Razer. Another great thing about getting it through Microsoft is if you have a Microsoft store in your town, the processing on your order is almost instant. I think they said the order would be ready in 2 hours. Now, unfortunately for me, I ordered the laptop around like 10 o'clock at night on a Monday, but by 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, Tuesday, I got an email saying that my order was ready for pickup. So of course I rushed over to Microsoft and picked up my new Razer Blade. And it's been wonderful ever since. I really love this thing, and it's been a great experience. So I think that's pretty much all. I covered everything that I wanted to go over. If there's anything specific that you have concerns or questions about, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll be sure to answer any questions. I'm here to help anybody that's on the fence about getting this laptop. It's really a great laptop. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, guys. And again, I hope you guys take advantage of this Microsoft discount. I hope it works for you. If not, I mean, there's other options out there. You just got to kind of shop around and see what's best. Sometimes Razer offers discounts, but I'm not sure exactly when that is. So for right now, this seems to be the best bet. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Please like this video. I'm sorry that the quality isn't the best. I'm a new YouTuber, so I'm working on getting my microphone and my tripod and everything set up. So hopefully the next couple of videos will look a lot better for you. But anyways, thanks for watching. Take care and enjoy.